Hello, everyone. So I often get questions about what is it like to actually work with you? What does a reading look like? So I thought I would just do one to show you. I have pulled a couple cards here for a basic spread, but I also want to pull an animal spirit card just to see how that's showing up. And I thought I would wait till I started the video to do that. So we will just see what animal spirit shows up and how that um, guides the rest of the reading. It's hyena. And I don't really know a lot about hyenas. Um, it does come with a guidebook. And what I often like to do is just glance at the book, see what it shows, and then see where it takes me. But I'm looking at this hyena and he just looks real angry. Like, uh, angry. And that's all that comes to mind. Like this ruffledness of him here. The moon being half makes me think of shadow and light. So we're going to reference the book and just see if there's anything that speaks there, anything that maybe it's about hyena energy that I just don't know. Humor, wit, and sarcasm. And this is from Kim Crane's book and guide on animal spirits. I just love this deck. This is a jokester and crowd pleaser, but below the surface, there is unfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? Now, I told you I had already pulled cards, and I did. So we're going to talk about them. I mean, I want you to keep this hyena energy in mind of what would happen if you actually took your goals seriously. This is why I like to tap into some of the book readings too, because I do see this, like I said, this like angriness here, and then almost a light and dark. Like I'm thinking past and future now, but I was thinking like negative and positive or shadow and light kind of thing. Okay, so the first card I pulled was Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is the material world, the world that we live in, the one that we're here, the here and now, the present moment, and this reality. And it being such a card, it's so yellow and bright and vibrant like the sun. It's like, oh, you've arrived, you're here, and you're standing fully in your authenticity. Is like a card of fulfillment, like the almost really the end of a cycle, right? Our nines are the end of cycles. And it is that the cycle is completed, you are whole, kumbaya. The next card was the Eight of Cups. And this one makes me think of going across a passage, passing over to the other side. Here, there is the moon at play, and there is a moon here in the hyena card as well. They both have like this dual side to them. You see that? The hyena and that one, they're both like half and half. So this is what I think of when you've started a journey and you weren't quite sure where it was going, and there was a lot of turmoil, emotional turmoil, difficulty. But when you finally cross to the other side, just that exhale of like, I've landed, I've arrived, I made it through. Like the struggle was really hard, but I did it and I got to the other side. And now that you're at the other side, this Eight of Wands energy is coming through, which is just fast. I mean, really, that's all it is. It's just fast, a lot of momentum, things happening, lining up, oftentimes in unexpected ways. Like you're not controlling all of it anymore. You've done the work. Now the universe is doing the rest. And then I pulled the Page of Cups. And that to me really solidified the whole thing. It was you started in this fully grounded, authoritative, master-like energy, but you weren't satisfied. So you decided to move in a different direction, and you did, and you started moving towards something, and now you've made it to the other side of that. And now that you've made it to the other side of it, everything's going real fast. And our Page of Cups comes in to say, now what? Because I was at a place where I was a master and a mentor and someone everybody looked at. And now I'm at a place of new beginnings, perhaps going back to school, learning a new trade, learning a new skill, digging deep into the learning of it all. And there is an emotional immaturity here that is associated with this card, but not in a negative way, in a sense of play and excitement and getting to add all of that back in. And that may be something you haven't felt in a long time, especially if you were in this other really solid place before. Some of that can just become really redundant. So it leads me back to old hyena here of he looks angry and upset, and he probably is because he's wanted to do something. He's wanted to move towards these goals and he hasn't been able to, and he felt stuck. We're not stuck anymore. You're moving through. And wherever you are in this journey to get from one side to the other, just keep doing it. One foot in front of the other. Eventually, things are going to click into place and start happening very quickly. And depending on who you are, where you are on your path, they may already be moving very quickly and you feel like you're missing something, but that's because you've already done the work. So let the hyena guide you through this path of like authoritative side and full knowing mentor world to starting all over again in something new that maybe you're not so familiar with. Have a good day.